In this video, I am going to be setting up document properties in order to create a box. Whenever I'm going to create the document properties, the first thing I have to click is File, Document Properties. You're going to get this Document Properties box that comes up. You want to find the tab that is labeled Grids. You're going to click New. Now, this is going to depend all on how thick your wood is. Because my wood is approximately 0.17 inches thick, I'm going to first turn this to inches. It's extremely important that you turn this to inches, because if you try to change these numbers first, it's just going to change with the unit that you are putting it on. You'll notice these changed based on the fact that I moved it to inches. If I put it on centimeters, it's going to transfer that unit that I have put down here into centimeters. So please make sure you click inches before you start putting in your numbers. The spacing for this is going to be 0.17. I'm going to click. I'm going to also put the spacing for Y as 0.17, actually 175. Now, once I have that done, I'm going to click this. Now, if I double click it, sometimes it goes behind my window, so you have to make sure that when you double click this, that if it's coming back here, you move your window so that you can actually see it. What I want to do is I want to make my minor line color as a color that I can see. So I'm just going to take this A bottom part and I'm going to put it somewhere around 80. I'm going to hit X. The next thing I want to do is change my major grid line color, because if I have my major and my minor at the same color, I'm not going to be able to tell a difference between them. I want it to be a little darker, so I'm going to set this up as about 180. Now that's going to cause it to be a lot darker than the minor grid color. The next thing that I want to do is I want to change this major grid line close to an inch. Right now it's at 5. An inch is approximately 5.8 of these 0.175 inches. And so I'm going to turn it to about 6. That's going to be just a hair bit over an inch. So the next thing that I want to do is I'm going to make sure that it's enabled and visible, that the snap to visible grid lines only is clicked. If I do not click on enabled, it's going to take my grids away. If I click on visible, again, it's going to take my grids away. So make sure that this is clicked. Make sure that you do not have any other grids back here, because it is going to mess with all of these grids. If I hit new, I'm going to see that second grid, and the way to get rid of a grid that is already there, you'll see 2 tabs rather than just one, and you will just remove that tab. That way you're only seeing the grid you created. I'm going to hit X. If you'll notice, I have these boxes that are darker. Those are our major grid lines. That is a little bit over an inch. Each one of these boxes is 0.175. If I minus out, all I'm going to be able to see is the major grid lines. That's by hitting the minus key on my keyboard. To get back to where I can see all grid lines, I hit the plus key on my keyboard, and that will allow me to see all of the grid lines.